Okay, in this part of the lesson, we are actually going to be working with finding the volume. So the previous part we did was surface area of a pyramid. This time we're going to be doing volume. So let's review previous learnings, because this is something that does show up at the end of your 7th grade book, but if you didn't get to that, then you haven't worked with a pyramid. So to find the volume of a pyramid, it's very similar to that of a cone. And you guys just got done working with cones. Okay, a cone, you do area of base times the height, and we take that times a third. So it's 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. What's nice about a pyramid is it's the same formula. It's just that for this base part, it's not a circle, it's actually a square. So we're gonna find the area of that square, take it times the height, and then find a third of that or divide by 3. Okay, so we're gonna have to understand what pieces of information we need here. So we are going to need our base side. So on our first one, that is 6 by 6, okay? So that's this square that we're seeing right now. So 6 times 6 gives me 36 for that piece of the equation. So I have 1/3 times 36 times, now I have to decide what height I'm going to use. So as I explained in the previous video, our height is going to be, if we stood in the center of this pyramid on the floor and then had to reach up to the very tip, that's our height. Okay, so we're going to be using our height. Our slant height, on the other hand, is what we use when we find surface area. That's if I was going to like slide down the edge of that pyramid, what the distance from the tip to the ground would be at the bottom of that pyramid slope. So this part we are not going to use. That is used in surface area. Okay, so we're going to go through and substitute in for our height a 4. So we get a 4 goes into this spot right here. So now on my calculator, I have to remember that if I am using a calculator and I want to do the 1/3, I have to remember to leave it as the repeating 0.3. I cannot just use 0.3. It has to be 0.3 repeating for me to get the most precise answer. So I prefer to punch it in as 36 times 4. And then I'm going to take that answer and divide it by 3. That's the same as finding a third of something. And so when I just did that, I got 48 for my volume. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the next one. So the next one, I have my base sides are 12 by 12. And my height is 8. Okay, so let's erase this stuff off. So I have 1/3 times this, remember, is a square. So that's 12 by 12 is 144 times my height I said was 8. So on my calculator, I'm going to do 144 times 8. Get that answer. Now I'm going to divide that by 3 because that's a third of it. And it gives me 384. Okay, so let's try one more of these. So we'll erase this part off. Okay, so on our next one, we have 18 by 18, and my height is 12. Okay, so on my calculator, I'm going to do my 18 times 18 because I don't know that right off the top of my head. And when I do that, I get 324. So I have 1/3 times 324, which is the area of my base, times my height was 12. So I'm going to take 324 times 12, get that answer, and now I'll divide that by, 324 times 12. Now I'm going to divide by 3, gives me 1,296. And then whatever the unit is cubed. Okay, so I've done the first 3 for you. So you're basically working your base sides, create that, and then your height is going into that spot. Okay, so you're gonna go through and find a third of the area of your base times your height to find the volume of that pyramid. Good luck.